Welcome to another video on Airfix 1/32 scale toy soldiers. This time I'm having a look at the Modern Russian set, released in 1983. I'll let you know why I kind of make the argument that this really is not an Airfix set at all. If you want to see the figures up close and spinning around and all that good stuff, stick around till the end. So first, maybe I should make it a bit clear why I hesitate calling this a real Airfix set. In 1981, Airfix went bust and was bought by a company called General Mills, a big American food company. They had a toy division called CPG, Creative Products Group, and they had previously acquired an English toy manufacturer called Palitoy in Leicester. So under the CPG name and Palitoy, the molds were sent to France and the soldiers were cast there. And during this time, they only produced 5 boxes in 1983. And there were 3 sets of new figures, and then were 2 old sets, the Africa Corps and I think the US Paratroopers, the World War II sets. And as far as I can find out, only 4 people actually went from Airfix to Palitoy in Leicester. And another company that was owned by General Mills and CPG was MPC, Multiple Product Corporation, it's called. And they've been making toy soldiers since somewhere in the 60s. And that's why I think when we get to looking at the figures, you can tell that these don't look like the regular Airfix figures as far as size, poses, details and whatnot. And they look more like the earlier MPC figures, but a little bit better though. But again, CPG and Palitoy only produced 5 boxes up until 1986 when Airfix was bought by Humbrol, and they started then re-releasing a lot of the older sets. So also these 3 sets, NATO, SAS and Modern Russians, were the last 3 sets of toy soldiers ever produced under the Airfix name. 1983 box. I really like these. I think the whole layout of the box is very nice. I like the little window, so you can get excited, see some of the figures that you're going to buy and get to take home with you. New logo. I like the colored background, so the figures here stand out a bit. This officer looks like a dork though, right? On the side, CPG Corp 1983. Made in France, of course. On the back, the regular painting instructions, 5 different languages. This soldier, I think, also looks like a dork. But, yeah, cool boxes. I really like these. I like the 14-piece size boxes. The only 2 real firing poses in this set is the standing rifleman and the kneeling rifleman. Both okay, but not very good firing poses if you want to manage recoil. At least the standing rifleman is aiming down sights, while the kneeling guy is just shooting off from the shoulder. AKM is okay. I don't know what these openings are on the front handguard, but still decent looking rifles. The details on these are okay, but not what we're compared to from Airfix. And also the size, they are pretty much, I would say these are 1/35 scale, not 1/32 scale. So you can really tell the difference in size between the Russian soldier and if I compare it to the modern British soldier from 1976. Not only length, but the features and everything. And also the refinement and detail, the pose, everything is just on a different level on the British soldier compared to the Russian one. The reason for this, I suspect, is that not many people moved on from Airfix to Palitoy. And if Ron Cameron were still doing these in 1976, I highly doubt that he did these in 1983. General Mills also, like I said before, owned MPC that have been doing toy soldiers from the 60s. And they were a lot more basic, not as refined and nice as the Airfix soldiers that came out even from like 1968, 1969. They were on another level compared to anything at the time. So I'm suspecting that someone from MPC actually did the sculpts on the 3 new sets released in 83, just because of the huge difference in quality. A couple other poses, someone standing guard or something, and another soldier just walking with his AKM. They're nice, not that bad. Prone soldier throwing a grenade. I don't understand why toy manufacturers keep insisting on doing a pose of someone lying down throwing a grenade. You're not going to be able to chuck it very far from this position, I gotta tell you. Running soldier and officer. running soldier very high with the leg and the knee, but maybe that's how you have to run if you're running in terrain. Officer on the box looks like a dork here. It looks okay. It's got a big old map or a big notebook. It should be a map probably, because you can see the opening here for the lid. You can slide the map in there and keep it dry. But like I say, sometimes, you know, missed opportunities. All these soldiers are feeling the AKM. And at this time in 1983, you know, the Afghan conflict was up and running for quite a few years, and there was a lot of footage, film, and stuff like that from that conflict. So they could have done a better job with this. There's no SVD, there's no PKM, there's no RPDs, nothing like that. There's no pistols. That could have been fun to get a little bit more variation. You know, prone machine gunner with a PKM would have been cool. Kind of anything anti-tank could have been fun, but yep, only AKMs. So yeah, this is a weird little set, kind of too little too late, I guess, and that's why a Pallet Toy didn't keep, or General Mills I should say, didn't keep Airfix and sold it off to Humbrol, that I think did a better job with re-releasing some of the older sets. Anyways, that's it for this video. If you want to stick around and check up the close-ups, here they are. Cheers.